Hi, this is Alex from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book on record episode to do. Today's book is 3 bedtime stories from 1958. Now this record is kind of beat up, so you might hear cracking sounds or popping sounds. Just to warn you about the sound that you might hear. So let's get ready.
This is the story of the 3 bears. You hear that? Well, every time you hear that sound, it means you should turn the page. Ready? Let's start. Turn the first page, and there we see the little baby bear skipping rope, the mother bear carrying her pretty pink and green umbrella, walking arm in arm with the great big father bear, who is very busy smoking his pipe. Once upon a time, there were 3 bears, a great big father bear, a middle-sized mother bear, and a little baby bear. They lived in a little house in the forest, and every morning those 3 bears went for a walk while their porridge cooled for breakfast. Did you turn the page? One day, a little girl who was called Goldilocks because of her golden curls went for a walk in the forest, and she came to the house of the 3 bears. Knock, knock, knock at the door went Goldilocks. But of course there was no answer, for the 3 bears were out for their walk. So Goldilocks went into the house. She saw 3 chairs. She sat in Father Bear's great big chair. It was much too hard. She sat in Mother Bear's middle-sized chair. It was much too soft. She sat in Baby Bear's little chair. It was just right. But the little chair broke in 2. My, look at poor little Goldilocks sitting on the floor in the broken green chair. She certainly looks surprised, doesn't she? Let's turn the page. How hungry I am, said Goldilocks when she saw the 3 bowls of porridge. She tasted the porridge in Father Bear's great big bowl. It was much too hot. She tasted the porridge in Mother Bear's middle-sized bowl. It was much too cold. She tasted the porridge in Baby Bear's little bowl. It was just right. And Goldilocks ate it all up. Oh my, I wonder what the little baby bear will say when he finds out. Then up the stairs went Goldilocks to take a nap. She tried Father Bear's great big bed. It was much too hard. She tried Mother Bear's middle-sized bed. It was much too soft. She tried Baby Bear's little bed. It was just right. Goldilocks lay down in it and fell fast asleep. Oh, look, there she is, lying in the Baby Bear's bed with a blue blanket on it. And it looks like the 3 bears have great big trees growing right through the middle of their house. They must be there to hold the roof up. Turn the page quickly. I think I hear the 3 bears returning home. Then home came the 3 bears.
Someone has been sitting in my chair,
said Father Bear in a great big voice. And someone has been sitting in my chair, said Mother Bear in a middle-sized voice. Someone has been sitting in my chair, said Baby Bear in a little baby voice. And now my chair is broken. Uh-oh.
Someone has been tasting my porridge,
said Father Bear in a great big voice. And someone has been tasting my porridge, said Mother Bear in a middle-sized voice. Someone has been tasting my porridge, said Baby Bear in a little baby voice. And someone has eaten it all up. Then up the stairs they went. Turn the page quick and let's see if they find Goldilocks.
Someone has has been lying in my bed,
said Father Bear in a great big voice. And someone has been lying in my bed, said Mother Bear in a middle-sized voice. Someone has been lying in my bed, said Baby Bear in a little baby voice. Someone is still there. Then Goldilocks woke up and saw the three bears. She got such a fright that she jumped right up and ran down the stairs, out of the house, and into the forest. And Goldilocks never went back to that little house again. Goldilocks. And now I will tell you the story of the three little kittens. See them on the next page? This time, whenever you hear wow, it means you should turn the page. The three little kittens, they lost their mittens, and they began to cry. Oh, Mother dear, we sadly fear our mittens we have lost. Wow. Did you remember to turn the page? What? Lost your mittens, you naughty kittens. Then you shall have no pie. Meow, meow, meow. The three little kittens, they found their mittens, and they began to cry. Oh, Mother dear, see here, our mittens we have found. Wow. Let's turn the page and see what they do. What? Found your mittens, you good little kittens. Then you shall have some pie. Ah, ah, ah. The three little kittens put on their mittens and soon ate up the pie. Oh, Mother dear, we greatly fear our mittens we have soiled. What? Soiled your mittens, you naughty kittens? Then they began to sigh. Meow, meow, meow. Wow. Turn the page. The three little kittens, they washed their mittens and hung them up to dry. Oh, Mother dear, look here, our mittens we have washed. What? Washed your mittens, you darling kittens. But I smell a rat close by. Hush, hush, hush. Meow, meow, meow. This is the story of the three little pigs. And each time you hear
Oink, oink.
it means to turn the page.
Once upon a time, 3 little pigs went out into the world to seek their fortunes. Now the first thing each of them had to do was build a house to live in. The first little pig met a man carrying a bundle of straw. "Please, sir," he said, "give me some straw to build myself a house." The straw house was quickly built, and the little pig was just settling down nicely when a big bad wolf knocked at the door and said,
little pig, let me come in."
"Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin," said the first little pig. And the big bad wolf huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in, ate up the fat little pig, and that was the end of the first little pig. Oink, oink.
Let's turn the page and see what happens next.
The second little pig built himself a house of sticks. He was just putting the finishing touches to the window curtains when the big bad wolf knocked at the door and said,
Little pig, let me come in."
"Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin," said the second little pig. Then the big bad wolf huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he blew the house in, ate up the second little pig, and that was the end of that little pig. Oink, oink.
Now let's turn the page and see what happens with the third little pig.
Now the third little pig had built himself a house of bricks. It took him much longer to build than a straw house or a house of sticks. The little pig had just got the last brick in place when the big bad wolf knocked at the door and said,
Little pig, let me come in."
"Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin," said the third little pig. Then the big bad wolf puffed, and he puffed, and he puffed, and he huffed. But he could not blow the house in. The little brick house stayed there, with the fat little pig safe inside it. "It's no good hiding, little pig," said the wolf. "I shall come down the chimney."
Do you suppose the wolf will really come down the chimney?
Oink, oink.
Let's turn the page and see.
"Come ahead," said the little pig. And he put a big pot of water on the fire to boil. The big bad wolf came down the chimney and landed right in the pot of boiling water. The third little pig had wolf stew for dinner that night. And that was the end of the big bad wolf.
That third little pig was really the smartest of them all. He took his time and worked very hard and built a school.
So that was 3 bedtime stories from 1958. So I hope you liked the video a lot. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and have a groovy day. And our next book will be Puss in Boot.